Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Jeb Hamwerger from Gold Stock Trades. It's Friday, July 7th, 2017, ending the week, the first week of the third quarter. Summer doldrums are here. Volumes are down across the board. I wanted to highlight some important developments this past week, what a lot of my subscribers and readers are interested in, and sort of get a sense of what's going on in these markets. So, big news this week, Tesla came out with a report. The shorts got on it, and Tesla went down. There's a huge short position that is on Tesla, that's been on Tesla. It's gone up from $50 to the high 300s. So it's had already a huge move. So the shorts have come out viciously attacking Tesla. But the reality is there's a speckle of truth to what the shorts are saying. Tesla needs more of the raw materials for the batteries. The batteries may not be able to meet up with the demand for these vehicles, such as the Model 3 that's going to be released later this month, at the end of this month. So the real issue is the big companies, the battery companies, they need more lithium, they need more graphite, they need more cobalt. And so the reality is Tesla is really dependent on the supply of lithium, graphite, and cobalt. Lithium supply, a large amount of it comes from South America. There is going to be a push for a domestic supply of these lithium, graphite, cobalt, North American supply, and especially look at cobalt. Cobalt is continuing, it's the one commodity that's continuing to be on an upward trajectory. Very strong bull market in cobalt. One company that we highlighted earlier this week has gotten a lot of traction and interest, Cobalt Power Group, which can be traded as CPO on the TSX Venture and as CBBWF. And I've been highlighting this for a few weeks, and I have an interview with the CEO who has a lot of experience working for companies such as Anglo American and Hochschild. But what's interesting about this company, they were early in cobalt, and they're drilling right now 10 holes. They may be able to release results which have potential for some significant findings here at this cobalt property in Ontario around the same time that this Tesla Model 3 release, which is the electric car for the masses. And it is a potential disruptor here. It's happened with cell phones. I've seen how fast these technologies change, and it appears that the electric vehicle market is changing this quickly. So don't be surprised if you're not driving an electric vehicle in 2 to 3 years from now, even if you don't believe it right now. But you may be driving an electric vehicle in 2 to 3 years. But that needs a lot of lithium, and that needs a lot of cobalt. Cobalt stocks getting a lot of interest right now from institutional money. Lithium stocks been still in basing mode. But I think that as we get closer to this Model 3 release, we should start getting an uptick in that area. Now, what other news came out this week that's important? We saw that Volvo, outside of Tesla, Volvo is making a commitment to use all their cars in 2019, 2 years from now, be electric. So that's a huge news item, but people are away, they don't realize how significant this is. But it's a very important news item because you're going to see more of these companies that have been around for a long time moving to electric quickly. So Volvo moving to electric in 2019 is a big move. News out of the lithium sector that was interesting, LICO, which we've been following for a long time, and which has attracted some top level experience and management to the board. LICO announced a positive geophysical survey on their property in the Salar de Atacama, which in Chile, which is right in the heart of these huge producers. So for a small junior getting these huge, top-notch blue chip board of directors, and then being in the middle of these top companies in Chile, right in the lithium sector, right in the heart of the highest grade lithium in the world, pretty interesting. And that can be traded as LIC on the TSX Venture. Outside of lithium and cobalt, one of the things that we're keeping a close eye on is the North Korea crisis. They're continuing to fire ballistic missiles. There's still a crisis in the South China Seas. And I would not be surprised if we see picking up of rare earth prices. And rare earths in these rare earths that are in these magnets are quite crucial and are needed, especially if these electric vehicle market continues to move at this rapid pace. But despite this understanding of rare earths in the electric vehicle market, the mines are either continuing to be shut down or sold or go bankrupt. I saw Quest, which was a huge story back in the rare earth market a few years ago. It just filed for bankruptcy protection. Molycorp Mountain Pass is being sold to the Chinese, which is beginning to be a sad situation, and Americans should write to their officials, in my opinion, to see our assets being, controlled by the Chinese and the prices being depressed by the Chinese, and then being able to take our assets is really not ethical, and we should stand up against that. But the few companies that have survived is Ucore Rare Metals, which is UCU on the TSX Venture, and Commerce Resources, CCE, on the TSX Venture. So there's a couple of companies that have survived because they have been able to have the projects and the stability to go forward. There's going to be very few opportunities when the rare earth market takes off again. Which companies have been active? Which companies have been progressing? Which companies have been able to raise capital? Which companies have been able to keep and maintain their market cap? And Ucore and Commerce are two stories in the rare earth sector in North America where they now have a partnership, an MOU together. That is something that I'm still keeping a close eye. It can change any time, any moment for the rare earth if things get volatile with China and Trump. And we may not be far off from that. We saw this before in 2009 and 2010. It's been a long time since that, but it can happen again. We saw North Korea firing missiles, and we're beginning to get in the U.S. a push for a North American supply chain. I think Ucore and Commerce are two exciting companies, which I'm shareholders of, and which are both sponsors of my website, that I'm excited about. Another important thing to look at is Caladium. Caladium has been one of the top performers so far in 2017. A lot of that comes out of Russia. And so palladium is one area. Still looking for juniors, in good high quality juniors in the palladium sector. So keep your eye on palladium. New Range Gold is continuing to announce high grade results. NRG on the TSX venture in Nevada, they've announced some great high grade results near surface. I think a very exciting discovery in Nevada, New Range Gold, which is just beginning to get noticed by investors. And that's about it for these a summer doldrum week. We'll keep you posted next week. We hope to hear some news and developments in the lithium and cobalt sector. We hope that we'll have a much better second half for commodities and precious metals. Still think they're very cheap. Still think the stock market is way, way overvalued. And we still think the commodities are very, very cheap and have a long way to go. So stay tuned and have a great weekend. This is Jeb Hamburger from goldstocktrades.com. It's Friday, July 7th, 2017.